You get the word, you've got stage 4 cancer. What happened, where was it, and how did you react?
Peter, it was early January in 2016, right before NFL wildcard weekend, and I'd been having some symptoms really throughout the season, but the symptoms were increasing as the year went on.
What were the symptoms?
Well, I had a dull, persistent earache. When I swallowed liquids, I would cough it up, and then eat food, sometimes cough it up. Then I actually coughed up some blood. And then the other thing is my neck kind of got swollen, but then I thought, well, it's just that time of year where I eat and I don't exercise the way I'm supposed to. I'm gaining weight. I called my ear, nose, and throat doctor up, and I wasn't even thinking cancer, but I went there and said, hey, I've got this earache won't go away. And so he looked at the ear, and he said, nothing there. There's an old joke there and there, nothing there in there. But he said, open your mouth. And so he starts just, looked way back deep in my throat and looked all around, and he just kind of backed off and said, we're going to biopsy this, but I know what this is.
Most of us are here. Mort was always somebody, you see him on the sidelines, he was always honest, professional, really delivering, quality broadcasts, content, giving you some good insight. Down there, he was supposed to be at the NFL Combine this week, and just yesterday he was texting, and rest in peace to Chris Mortensen. Interesting, life. You don't know. You got to live every day, and he lived a full life at 72 years old, taken way too soon. But Chris Mortensen, rest in peace. You will certainly be missed. I think we all remember when Stuart Scott from ESPN passed away. That was pretty impactful too, because he was another guy. These guys just bring such high caliber energy. They love what they do as sports reporters and analysts and anchors. And when Stuart Scott passed away, he was that guy. If you don't know who Stuart Scott was, he's kind of known, for having that hook, which was cool like the other side of your pillow. So never forgotten the great ones, and Chris Mortensen passed away. Sports just goes by so quick. We live vicariously through our athletes and our teams. Obviously, we're New England based, and we love all of our teams, and we've been fortunate to really experience nothing but winning. The Patriots, the Sox, the Celtics, the Bruins could do a little bit better. But back to Chris Mortensen, rest in peace. Sad news seeing that today, and you will be surely missed. It's Pettit. Take care of yourself.
Very sad news coming in. The longtime NFL reporter and, of course, the ESPN journalist, that is Chris Mortensen, died on Sunday morning, according to the network. They came out to announce the passing on of the legendary commentator and, of course, analyst from the NFL, and this legend was 72 years old at the time when he passed on. The legend Chris Mortensen, actually, according to the family, they have not come out to officially release the specifics of his death. They are not known yet in this moment in time, but according to a couple of reports and, of course, from the interviews Mortensen actually held a couple of years ago, he actually suffered from health-related issues, most especially in his throat. So he first joined ESPN in 1991 and quickly became one of the top NFL reporters in the country, and he was a regular on the network's top shows and frequently actually broke some of the biggest stories from the league, including in 2016 when he revealed that the longtime quarterback of the Hall of Famer Peyton Manning was retiring at a time. Mortensen also worked, by the way, at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and the National before joining ESPN, but he stepped away briefly in 2016, revealing that he was actually suffering from throat-related issues and he was to focus on his health, family, and faith at a time. So later on, we saw him returning to ESPN, and of course in 2019 he took on a revised role where he could only focus on the breaking news. I remember, he broke so many stories, and that were catching the attention of so many people. And unfortunately, last year in 2023, he said that he was now retiring completely away from the spotlight. So his passing on actually leaves a very huge dent within the analysts and of course the commentators of the NFL, because those guys actually were really very much experienced. They had huge and vast knowledge about the game. He's a person whom you could just sit and listen to the whole day. So indeed, his passing on actually is a very huge loss to television and the NFL at large. So many tributes, so many messages of condolences are still coming in from friends, fans, and of course everyone who knew him. In this moment in time, we are sending our prayers and messages of sympathies to his family and everyone who was very close to him. Rest in power, the King Mortensen.